Y'all don't ever make the mistake we did.
Hey everybody.
What's up, everybody?
So it's time for a garden update, and we got a little bit of a mess.
A little?
Kind of a lot. We've gotten a lot of rain, and the garden is taking off. These square foot beds taking over might be a better way to put it.
Looks like a jungle.
We kind of made a little mistake. Let me flip you around and show you. These tomatoes have outgrown their stake. They have grown taller than their stake. So what we're going to do is we're going to give these one more tie up to the stake here, and then we're going to actually cut off the tops here of the plant. These are indeterminate, which means that they will bear tomatoes through the season, and they means that they will continue to get taller and taller and taller, whereas determinate tomatoes will just get to a certain height and stop growing. This is a determinate.
Yeah, this is a husky.
This is a determinate right here.
Yeah.
And you can see how much shorter it is. And this is an indeterminate, as well as all of these over here. And you see how much of a mess.
I think next year that's what we'll have.
I remember when I read the book. When I read the book, he recommended for big vining plants to only plant them on one side of the bed. So, yeah, we made a mistake on that, but we're going to deal with it the best way that we know how. First thing I'm going to do, I think the first thing I need to do is go ahead and try and tie these up.
Yeah, it's kind of flopped everywhere. Normally we have these in cages up here along the wall, but we decided to put them in here this year. So I think next year, if I do tomatoes again in the raised bed, I'm gonna get some more of like the husky cherry.
We'll only do determinates because
they don't get real tall, I see, and I like that.
So what I'm gonna do is wherever there's a fork here, like say we got a, this is a sucker right here that we don't ever trim suckers. Can you get that, Michelle?
Now I did get them out this year.
You see where, so you have the main stem going here, and you have a stem here, and then you have that third stem. That's called a sucker, and we have never suckered. If you sucker, you will get bigger tomatoes but fewer tomatoes. We're going to kind of cap this here.
And we've read it will not hurt your tomato plants.
No, it will not. Because determinate, now you don't want to do this to determinate because...
No, that one we won't.
Because all the blooms are at the top.
Oh.
So if you do this to a determinate, you'll lose all your blooms. This tree's got blooms from top to bottom.
They're everywhere.
So we're not going to hurt. We're not going to hurt it. So I'm going to trim these off. All right. And what I'm doing, I'm just coming to where there's a joint, and I'm just cutting that out. I want to kind of top the growth off, like right here. There's a good picture of a sucker. So can you get this, Michelle? This is a sucker that has just started here.
I missed one.
So you can just pinch them off.
Yep.
But I'm going to go ahead, and since we want to limit the growth, I'm going to go ahead and cut. Now, we are cutting off blooms, and I do realize that. But this tree has got blooms from top to bottom. And if we continue to let it grow, it's just going to get out of control. I think
it's just going to be a mess.
So we're going to just go ahead and
it's just going to be a mess. Now, if you see something else growing in here, this is some I'm going to say computer.
That is a
Japanese cucumber. And I see some blooms, guys. We are going to have some cucumbers before long. Oh my goodness. I can get down in here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but we have a cucumber right there. Y'all don't ever make the mistake we did. It's good that we can... No. It's good that we can show y'all stuff like this, or you won't make the same mistake we did. So a lesson learned.
Don't plant vining plants this thick in a square foot bed. Pick one side of the bed.
Yeah. Well,
They usually and the furthest away from the sun, the better.
I'll show y'all the strawberries real quick. The plants anyway. They are doing really good. They we've picked a few off of here. You probably noticed the blooms on the strawberries. And we've tried them and they've been really, really good, really sweet. So they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're almost as tall as me.
So these tomatoes in a square foot garden, well, you see Michelle there. They're as high as her neck at some points, and we just cut probably a foot off of them. So some of them were even taller. That one over here is even taller. But here's the thing, guys. These tomato plants were planted the same time, same day as the ones we planted in the garden. Now we're going to go down there and show you the garden and look at the difference. I don't know if that's because they're raised in a raised bed. I don't know if it's because the compost that's in there. I don't know. But, well, let's just go and look at the big garden. Here are our other tomatoes. As you can see, they're not nearly as tall. But as you can see, big difference between these and the ones in the raised bed garden. Yeah, we don't know why that is. I think part of the reason is because I'm gonna say dry conditions. We were better about watering the other garden. The raised bed gardens got a little more water. I really think that's what it comes down to, is we had a really dry spring. This is our summer squash, yellow straight neck, and zucchini. I don't remember which one's which to you. One end is straight neck, one end is zucchini, and you see they're doing pretty well. They're good. They're coming on up. We planted these from seed, and we're planning on having a whole lot of squash this year. They're all doing good. We got a really good stand of squash. Half a row tomatoes, half a row of peppers. These are jalapeno peppers. Oh, we got blooms. These jalapeno peppers have blooms. Yep. There's a bloom. Get that? See that, Michelle? There's a bloom. Actually got a little pepper right there.
Oh.
Little pepper. Oh, there's little peppers all over this one. Volunteer tomato that I'm gonna have to move because it's gonna be in the way of these peppers.
I was gonna say let it.
No, it's gonna grow up in that pepper right there.
Oh.
So these are some peppers.
We don't know what
they're not growing. I don't know.
They're not.
Michelle bought them in a 4-pack. It was a variety pack of sweet peppers.
Well, you were with me.
They are not growing. They are the same size.
Yeah.
As they were. I think that they were.
I don't know.
I think they were just old plants and they were root bound. These are our cucumbers that we've got, and they're going to be growing up on this trellis.
We started to.
They've started to go up there.
Yeah.
They just need a little
coaxing.
Coaxing.
A little help.
A little help in there. Yeah, so cucumbers are going to grow up on this trellis here.
What kind of cucumbers were these? You remember?
Straight eights.
Straight eights.
Straight
okay.
eights.
I couldn't remember.
Now, when we originally planted the cucumbers, we planted a whole row of cucumbers. Well, we had only a half a row came up. We decided that really a half a row is all we're going to need. Weeds.
Yep.
And so we pulled up the 8 or 10 plants that was on this side that did come up, and then we planted cantaloupe here. Now, if you notice right here, that's a cantaloupe.
Yep. I think the one
that's
next
a cantaloupe.
to it, yeah.
That's a cantaloupe.
Looks like maybe 4 cantaloupes.
That's a cantaloupe. Yep.
Now we planted, was it
and
seeds?
These are cucumbers. The same planting as those, but these came up after we had gotten a good rain. So I don't know what we're going to do. These, I guess they're growing. I guess we're going to let them grow. Well, we're going to have cucumbers coming out.
We may have people we can give them
noses.
to. So
this is our Blue Lake bush beans.
I haven't looked at
See any blooms yet? There's another volunteer tomato coming up.
This is what happens when you
There's
till.
another volunteer tomato
they
coming
just
up.
come up everywhere.
And here's the thing, guys, unless you are planting heirloom tomatoes, when these volunteer like that, they will not be true to the plant that they were, because they're hybrids. Pretty much everything we plant, with the exception of probably the Parks Whopper, maybe one or two that we grow. So this could come back as anything.
Cherry or something.
9 times out of 10, what we have found is when you have a volunteer tomato and it comes back, is what we call a Tommy toe.
Yep.
Probably because a lot of these hybrids have what we call a Tommy toe is like a small cherry-sized tomato. We call them Tommy toes. Most of the time when these grow back, that's what you get is Tommy toe tomatoes. Which, if you like Tommy toes, if you like cherry tomatoes, it's fine. But yeah, you're not going to get it's not going to be true to what you planted. But I see some blooms trying to bloom. Yeah, trying to bloom. So these are green beans, this whole row. And now I want to point out something about the green beans. Green beans come in 2 classifications, 2 styles. They either come as climbing as pole beans that will put out tendrils and they will climb. They call them pole beans because people used to put up poles and they would climb the poles. Or bush. These are bush. We have kind of always preferred bush.
Yeah.
Yes, they are a pain in the butt to pick because you kind of have to get down on your hands and knees, but we have found that unless you really train the pole beans, if you plant as many as we do, they tend to take your garden over.
Yep.
This is Johnson grass.
I despise it.
This is Johnson grass.
Despise this stuff.
Some people call it inchinite because it will grow in inchinite. It will grow in anything. Look how thick these beans are. But yet, you still get Johnson grass.
I call that grass a pain in the butt because when I used to have to spray the cotton,
Johnson grass. There's
that was what was in it.
That's Johnson grass.
That is my nemesis. I hate it.
These are
Purple.
yeah, they're purple hull. The variety is called a pink eye quick pick.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know.
We've
This is
never
the first
grown
time
these.
that we've ever had quick pick, and I'm a little confused because every purple hull pea we've ever planted, the pods come off the end of the plant here, and supposedly quick pick. I think it's a marketing trick.
The guy recommended it.
He did, but I really think it's a marketing trick because, like I said, every purple hull pea, matter of fact, every purple hull, every crowder, the pods grow on the very tips of the plant. They all do. So I think it's just a marketing trick. As somebody said, hey, if we put quick pick on the name of the seed, people are going to buy them. And then this is the second planting.
The same kind, right?
Same kind. We had the hardest time
They
getting
kind of
these.
scattered, didn't they?
Yes, we had the hardest. This is the second time we have replanted these.
Yeah.
We have planted these twice. This is the second planting.
Well, tell them why.
Rain washed out, didn't it?
Yes.
Washed out.
Yeah.
So this is the second time we planted, and that's the reason you can see it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Oh, this is sweet potatoes.
Oh
isn't
my
it?
goodness, Michelle, look at this.
Look at all of them.
No, look at this.
What is it?
Something is eating them.
No.
Yes. Deer or something is, look at that.
Oh.
They're eating all the vines. Look at that.
Oh my
It's
word.
either a deer or rabbit,
I'm gonna say probably a rabbit or something.
but they are eating.
They're destroying it.
They are. They're killing them.
Y'all.
So these are our onions that we gave up on,
Yep.
and this is Johnson grass.
Your nemesis and mine too.
Yes, I hate Johnson grass.
I despise
We
it.
have given up on these onions. We've given up on them. Now that we've given up on them,
They decide to grow.
they decide to grow. But you see, look at the size of the, what is this called? Stalks. Look at the size of the stalks on these. And look how small the head is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but we're just gonna let them go. And
what are we losing if they don't do
yeah,
anything? I mean,
so, well, we're losing
we're losing the
$10 we spent on them, I guess.
yeah.
But this is the first year we planted the bare bulb plants. Y'all, I love to grow stuff. I love to grow stuff. I love to raise animals. And I have a hard time quitting. So I decided, I was watching Megan and Andy on True Grit Appalachian Ways, and she was putting up pumpkin. It was the last year's video.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to put up some pumpkin. So right here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pumpkin plants, 7 pumpkin plants coming up. So that was the last thing I planted, and that's all I'm gonna plant. I'm not planting anything else, y'all.
Well, he says that now.
I do, but we don't have any more room. Y'all, we're gonna go in before we get wet because it's starting to sprinkle rain,
Yeah.
but we did want to let you look at the garden,
Yep.
let you see what was going on. Guys, thank you so much for watching. By the way, we recently hit over 1,000 subscribers, and
Yep, we
so
appreciate it.
we appreciate, we thank y'all for everything you do. Hey, if you like what we're doing, if you've enjoyed this video and you like what we're doing, give us a subscribe. Doesn't cost you a penny.
Yep.
Give us a like if you think we deserve it. Leave us a comment. We love to hear from you.
Yep.
Love to. We get a lot of great ideas from our viewers and subscribers. Guys, it's raining. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.